Hi there, I'm Dr. Myrdalis Diaz-Ramirez, and this is the Design Your Physician Life podcast, brought to you by our Max Mastermind, a personal and professional development program for physicians who want to learn about entrepreneurship. Today, I will be talking to you about the reasons, opportunities, and ways for physicians to engage in AI. Are you ready? Let's go.
Welcome to the Design Your Physician Life podcast, where you will get excited about being a physician, learn the tools that can help boost your success, and great tips from successful doctors. Join us to unlock the keys to an amazing physician life. And now, here's your host, Dr. Myrdalis Diaz-Ramirez.
Hey guys, welcome to this episode. Today, I'm going to be talking about a topic that is being very important to us in our family, in our companies. We're discussing it. And we want to make sure that physicians are also aware of this particular topic. Growing up, I was always interested in technology. I was involved at a time where it was the creation of the email, and I was super excited to us. I was able to program and even teach that in college. And now I never imagined in a million years that we would have such a disruption. I remember the day that I saw that first ad of the computer without a cable. There was an ad of a guy with a laptop, in the middle of a grass field, and there was nothing. And he was able to work out of his computer without being connected to anything. That was like quite a change. And then we've had, from that, we've had social media. We've had so many things happen in all these years. And now we have artificial intelligence, which even though it's not something that's new, we have new uses, and these are really progressing very quickly. And I want to make sure that us as physicians and as physicians who want to also be engaging on entrepreneurship, that we're all aware of how we can be engaged in this way. So today we're going to be answering 3 questions. One question is, what are the reasons? We're going to give 10 reasons why physicians should be involved in artificial intelligence. Number 2, our second question is going to be, which 10 opportunities do physicians have regarding artificial intelligence? And then the third question would be, in which ways can we do that as physicians? And why the importance? As physicians, we are in a unique situation where we have that physician-patient relationship. And one of the things that's happening is that there's a lot of development of technology that is super cool. It's very exciting, but not necessarily that technology is developed by physicians. And that's going to change the way that we are operating in healthcare. It's going to revolutionize. It's already doing that in our world. There's many things that are different. It's, very, very short. So we really need to pay attention. Opportunities, there's going to be numerous opportunities that we have along all that process, from thinking to development to implementation to regulation to all these things that we're going to be talking in a second, things that we really need to be involved, not only as users is only part of it. We also need to put all our hats that we have, and we're going to be discussing some of those in a second. And then how can we do this? It's important that whenever we're going to be doing something, it's like, why, right? Like our why. So we describe our situation, we describe where we want to be, and then that how becomes easier. So going through those steps are going to be important questions that we're going to be answering today. Hopefully, getting some traction, right, for those physicians who are interested, who are curious, and for somebody who hasn't thought about that, maybe this is the time that we start thinking about this and how it will affect healthcare and how we can be successful and being part of the process, because it's not going anywhere and we need more of us involved. So let's think about the reasons why physicians should engage in AI. And I was talking to this particular physician not too long ago, and they are concerned. It's very exciting moment, but they're very concerned because there's not many of us. And actually, it's been more than one person that we've been talking to that have expressed similar ideas. And at the end of the day, as physicians, we're here for personal care of the patients, right? We want that to be the end result, that we have that good product. So we're going to see why, right now, there's a lot of people who are involved in developing these cool technologies and amazing technologies, but they're not physicians. They're having an idea inspired by their experience or by their knowledge in whatever area it is, and they're directing this change for us. And if we're not involved, then that's going to come. And we know how that works, right? When we have given away our rights to so many things, and then when we are now being directed on what to do from insurance and from the hospital for whatever protocols that we're following that we might or might not agree with, those are the rules that are being imposed from somebody else. So this is another time where we have an opportunity to be able to be engaged, involved, and participate. So why we definitely want that first reason, improve patient care. And we want to be the ones who are hopefully helping lead those changes. And AI can analyze a lot of data for patients and predict solutions and situations and diagnosing and treatment. And those things are scary, especially if we're not involved in developing this technology, right? So if you have, I was talking to one of the physicians that were interviewing for this series on artificial intelligence, and they were telling us how data is so important. So if you're a developer who thinks, oh, it's so wonderful and so cool to do this tool, and then you're not understanding of that whole process of what takes to take care of that patient, then we're not going to necessarily end with a good product that's going to be of use or of benefit to those patients. So that's our first thing. We also want to increase efficiency, like a lot of the things that are being done with all these tools that are coming out about efficiency. I want you to check out, like we have been reviewing some of these technologies for charting in our clinics, and it's like mind-blowing. They're so powerful, and in the way that they're going to be interacting in our offices, it's very important. So yes, we want efficiency. AI can automate a lot of tasks that we have, things that we don't have to do anymore. It frees up to do a lot of other things and focus on the things that we really want to do, like focusing on patient care. So it's something to really think about if you're talking about efficiency. The other thing is that personalized medicine, as I'm saying, AI can enable more personalized care, and this is not going to be only for the physicians. These tools are going to be available for everybody. So we really need to think, who is going to be the person providing that personalized care to the patients? Telemedicine has revolutionized, from the times of COVID, right? We still have COVID around, but it's not an emergency anymore. However, it came to really expand that use of telemedicine, and we're very grateful that we were that we had that technology already, but now the level of telemedicine that one can deliver has greatly increased. So there's a lot of tools that can be present, especially for people, for helping them with, if they are limited in the ways that they can get to that physician in-person interaction in so many ways. It has really helped a lot of our patients. Research is another why. Why should we involve in AI? Well, research is very important. That's how we get to all the solutions. And AI can certainly accelerate research to the maximum potential. And this is right now with the technology that we currently have, with just the level of computing we have. This is without quantum computing. When that comes, it's going to change society to levels that we don't know yet. But for now, for what we have, we can just find out so many things and help so many people. I'm telling you, like, we work in the clinic that we have, we work with anti-aging, age reversal. We can do marvelous things as physicians if we use this technology really in a good way. Preventive care, so talking about reversing and aging, like we can prevent a lot more. And it's something that many people don't think about. And it's really, if we work so much on preventing, obviously we won't have to work so much on taking care of the problems. So just imagine how healthcare is going to be affected when people are really, like, there's a lot of interest on prevention these days. The truth is that it hasn't been the forte of the healthcare in the United States where we are based. And and in many places has, gone around the way this way of living. But if so many people have so much access and is available where they don't have to spend so much on the problems, but the prevention becomes so easy and becomes a way of living, we want to be, part of that as well. Decision support. So AI can certainly support physicians to stay updated with the latest medical research and guidelines. If we use in our offices, for example, there's a lot of, and we will have workshops where you can learn to work these tools with us. As a physician and anybody who wants to learn about these tools, but there's a lot that can be done with using tools that are available, even like ChatGPT. Everybody knows about ChatGPT. ChatGPT has some plugins that can be used where you can be updated in whatever is happening and then ask questions that are for your patient right now, in front of you where you're taking care of them, and answer just, very quickly. And something that you don't know, what, I really don't know about that question. Let me see how it's answered in the medical literature. Then you can get that information like in seconds. So it's very important that we stay involved. The other things I know, not only about the decision support, but also continual learning. It helps us learn. By the time that you are done, on a daily basis, like people say, oh, every day someone learns something new, right? Like we learn something new every day. Oh my goodness, we're learning tons and tons and tons with this technology. So if we say like we're using just a small percentage of our brain with this technology, we can really expand that. And it's been quite amazing. And it's another reason for us physicians to be involved with artificial intelligence. Obviously, when you're taking care of patients, one of the things that we want to do, the way that we imagine the world with physicians who are happy, is that patients are taken care of. So our communities are taken care of. So AI, by being used by physicians, can certainly affect public health. We can analyze the health data. We can inform the population about things that are to happen. We can do interventions, health policies, and things that we have not been able to do because we didn't have the time or the way of thinking or the tools. Now we have those available to us. And then one last thing that is so, so important, the 10th reason why we believe physicians should be involved with artificial intelligence ethical oversight. As I said, many of the developers of these technologies that I call the cool technologies are not physicians. And they find that, oh my goodness, this is such a great thing to do. But the fact that you can do it doesn't mean necessarily that you should do it or it should be implemented in X or Y way, right? So physicians can ensure that AI is used ethically and responsibly in healthcare. And it's our responsibility to really do that in healthcare. So those are the 10 reasons. I'm going to review them again with you, and then we're going to move on to the opportunity. So the first reason we say is, improve patient care. The other one is efficiency. Then we had personalized medicine, telemedicine, research, preventive care, decision support, continued learning, public health, and ethical oversight. I hope that has inspired you. It has certainly inspired me to do this and talk about these issues with you today. So let's move on into opportunities that are available for physicians. Specifically, collaboration. I have to tell you, the first, opportunity is collaboration. I'm already collaborating with a lot of people that we have met. We're passionate about this topic, and it's been amazing, just to learn the conversations that we're having. Oh, we want to work together again. Let's meet again, and let's see how we can continue to help physicians and help our patients in this way. So we're collaborating with AI researchers and developers, talking about these conversations. Talking about collaboration, a great way is that physicians, as I said, talking about that ethics and about how this is done and designed, physicians have a great opportunity to not only collaborate with each other, but collaborate with those who are creating the technology, right? We have, somebody has, it was so funny, like, it's something so simple. It's like the people who are creating the data scientists or the creators, the programmers, and the people who are doing the business, they are excited every time there's a physician who's coming to them because there's an admiration for the physician community, right? For the doctors. And then it's also an admiration that comes on the other way, where, oh my goodness, those guys, they know how all programming, that's something so, out of my league. And those two merge together to produce great products. We are in a position right now where, it's a great collaboration time. Obviously, entrepreneurship, just talking, like, if you are somebody who really wants to use entrepreneurship to be in control of your life, this is a great moment to do that. We have tons of tools. We have startups happening, a lot of people knowing that this is a great moment to be. And then talking about collaborations, talking about wanting to do business together and opportunities together and bringing all these to the world. It's a great entrepreneurship moment. And it's super easy to enter in many ways, depending on what you want to do. There's a lot of interest, so merge yourself with the right people. Leadership is another opportunity for leadership. I talked to this physician who decided, you know what, I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to dive into this thing, and has created such an amount of education for physicians and for the whole community, really, to just use like this ChatGPT, right? It's been amazing what we can create, being the leaders, thought leaders in this area. And you have the opportunity to do that. Another opportunity is education. Those go hand in hand, leadership and education. So educating others, healthcare and professionals, and patients, and all these people who are developing this, you can go there and tell them about not only how to be a user of these tools, but how to develop, how things work, how to connect, how patients can benefit from that. So that's a great opportunity for us. As I mentioned, research is another great opportunity. And there's so much data. You have to understand how to use, and right now we have this ChatGPT and the plugins, which is has taken like the world over. We have ways of asking questions, and we can get answers if we have, we know where to get that data that we didn't have access to before. And that's for our particular specialties. That's a huge, big thing, right? It's a huge gift that we have right now. The other thing is that it allows you to really find the answers. Has this been answered before or not? Is that something that I want to do because nobody else is doing it? So now you can see really who's doing it and who's not doing it. So it's amazing opportunity. Policy making is another opportunity. So physicians can contribute to policies and guidelines in AI in healthcare. This to me is one of the most important phases that we must get involved. I'm not somebody who is going to be going into politics and advocating there. Right now at this stage, it might happen. But I know so many who really are wanting to do that in so many other ways. So this is the time that if you're somebody who really likes debating and arguing and creating this type of defense about something in healthcare, this is the time for you to go there and make a good function for AI in healthcare. So that's going to be a very important aspect. Consulting, physicians can serve consultants for AI healthcare companies, and not only for AI healthcare companies, as I said, consulting for a lot of stages in AI. The other thing is career advancement. So knowledge and expertise in AI can certainly open new career opportunities for physicians. The other day, somebody was telling me about this particular opportunity for somebody who's a prompt engineer in healthcare. You don't have to be an engineer. You don't have to be a computer scientist to be a prompt engineer. What you need to do is work a lot on prompt engineering. And that position can be like up to like $300,000 or something like that was published for prompt engineering in healthcare. So you just have to ask the right questions. What do we do all day as physicians when we see patients? What did I just do? Again and again and again. Asking questions. So we know how to ask questions. We know how to get somebody who we just met and gather enough data in the right way where we can take that information and transform it into something else that's meaningful to them. We know how to ask questions. We are prompt engineers. We're masters of prompting. That's what we do all day long in our clinics. So who would be better than a physician to do prompt engineer in medicine? So that's one way of advancing your career if you're interested. The other thing that's available is an opportunity for networking. So engaging in AI can help physicians build a diverse professional network. And I have to confess, I'm one of those. I'm like so excited what's happening. And that's, we're doing this. And we belong to AI masterminds, and we're in groups with people from all over the world where we're learning how to navigate this exciting world. So we're really networking, and that's giving us new perspectives of how people are solving problems, for example, which has been amazing. So think about that one. And that networking and learning about all these things will lead you to our 10th opportunity that we're talking about here today, which is innovation. So physicians can use AI to innovate healthcare delivery and improve patient outcomes. So you can see that there's tons of opportunities for physicians. We're going to review those 10 once again. So one is collaboration. The other one is entrepreneurship, leadership, education, research, policymaking, consulting, career advancement, networking, and innovation. And then there's a third thing I want to talk to you about is now we have the why, we have the opportunities of, where we are, where we could be, which is the opportunity, and now how we do that. So the first way to do that can be through education, where physicians can start learning about AI and its applications in healthcare. And that's what we've done. We are long life learners, right? We learn, and that's all we do for a long periods of our time. So we can easily learn all these things. If we learn, somebody said the cycle of Krebs, we can learn these things too. So educating ourselves is going to be a great way. That's the first way. You have the passion now, get the knowledge, right? The other thing is collaborating. So collaborating with AI researchers, developers, and I say with communities that are out of your, of your comfort zone, so that you can learn more ways of asking questions to these systems, because we are experts at asking questions, and then we can easily in a moment become experts at asking the right questions to these technologies. And it helps if you have a little bit of coaching on the other side to communicate there. The other thing is that you can create projects on anything. Like you can lead, you can participate in projects, AI projects at your institution, at your clinic, in your company, at home, whatever you are, you can create projects immediately. It's very important when you're using these techniques, these tools, that we know where the data is coming from. And that's something that we're going to be discussing later in some time here. But one of the things that, because it's technology, there's this implicit trust that we have on technology. Oh, it's there, it's approved. And a lot of things are under research right now themselves. Like if you see, like we have a alpha version and then we have a beta version, that doesn't mean that it's really for general use yet, right? So we have to understand how these things are created to some extent. There's something that's behind the scenes that we don't necessarily are aware of, is how the APIs are being moderated, where the data is coming from, which models are there to mitigate what information we're obtaining. And these companies, they don't necessarily have much pressure to have this moderation in the background. So we can have projects that are leading to improving all these systems and answer these questions, and then being able to contribute to AI in that way. Startups, that's a great way of, and through entrepreneurships, physicians can start their own AI healthcare startups. And we have some of those who have been here in our podcast, and some of those who will be here in our podcast, telling us all about how they did this in their case. Advocacy, I cannot tell you how much advocacy is important now more than ever in healthcare. We have to advocate for ethical and responsible use of AI in healthcare. And as I said, We need those of you who really want to go in, and mix your medicine with artificial intelligence and politics and go together out there and really help developing good ways of using this. We don't have any time. We don't want to be, again, in a position of just receiving their orders from others and seeing how our patients are affected by it all. The other thing is research. As I said, we can conduct research on AI, on healthcare, and on anything and everything, from the basic sciences to the way that the patient goes through the hospital system to after they're gone home and how that affects the society. We can do research in any stage in life. The other thing is teaching. So teaching others about AI in medical education. That's what we're trying to do here, and entrepreneurship. So we're teaching you what we've learned. We've learned because we have a special interest, because we're using these techniques in these tools in our practices, in our businesses. And it's something that we've had for a long time in our lives, the use of technology. The other thing is consulting. So consulting, physicians can serve as consultants for AI healthcare companies. And we can do that in so many ways, not only for AI healthcare companies, like business to business. Like you can have a physician, me as a physician right now. So we have these tools that we're using in our practice. So we want to teach others about how to do that in their own practices, which can be a huge change, right? Huge change for improving efficiency in their business, improving their cash flow in their business, improving patient care in their business. So it can affect many areas of the physician's businesses. And then consulting for AI healthcare companies to develop those tools, right, as we've said. And then the last way of you engaging in AI is what I said earlier, is networking. So physicians can attend either AI healthcare conferences, an event to network with AI professionals, with users from all over the world. As I said, you can do this from the comfort of your home. You can go to conferences in your nearest location, nearest town, and it's happening all over. This is not the time for us to just wait and see what happens. This is our time to get involved. So I'm going to tell you 10 ways, again, to summarize, that physicians can get involved in AI. One is education. Another one is collaboration. The other one is projects, startups, advocacy, policy making, research, teaching, consulting, and networking. I hope that you've found inspiration today. As I said, this is a very important moment. It's a huge shift. In talking to other colleagues of mine, I've seen everything. I've seen people who are excited about it. I've seen people who are concerned about our mindset regarding where we have to be, because we've been so overwhelmed in medicine with so many things that are happening around us. And I've seen others who are in such denial of what's to come that there's no way of, having that conversation. Here, artificial intelligence is here to stay, and we have to take a stand, and we have to choose if we're going to be just victims on the side, just watching it, observers, or if we're going to do something about it. And as physicians, we're in a particular situation where we really have the means, we have the connections, we have the power to really do good, something great for humanity. And this is our time. So go ahead, don't just watch this episode. Subscribe to our channel, right? We have a YouTube channel that we just started. Then we're going to have tons of people coming through talking to us about this topic. We also have previous topics where you can learn about entrepreneurship. You can go to our website, maxcellular.com. And there's tons of other tools. Go ahead. Don't let this be the only last thing that you listen about. Don't listen only to me. Listen to many others. Listen to people outside of medicine. Get outside of this little box, of this little pathway that we have in medicine, because we cannot keep allowing others to take care of health care over us when we are the best advocates that there are for our patients, for our communities. That's how I visualize this. I visualize a place where physicians are really collaborating with others, trying to do the best for these technologies for our patients, for our communities, so that we can continue to be healthy. And you have the opportunity to do that. Regardless of what's happening in your life, the entry to this, the way to enter to a community where you can contribute in artificial intelligence development or education or any of these ways that I've showed you is really easy. It's a low point easy for us as physicians to enter. Why? We are already, we've been super educated, right? And talking about education, that's something that I want to point out. Somebody talked to us. We have a physician entrepreneur mastermind, and we were giving a workshop about these tools, which was amazing, by the way. We have workshops, so reach out to us and we can also bring a workshop to you about that. So we had a workshop about using AI and presentations and then using ChatGPT. And this person tells us, but what about experience? So what's the question? What's about experience? Experience is knowledge, right? Experience is having that data for a physician. And we've acquired a lot of knowledge through all these years of schooling. But what if that all knowledge that we have acquired took us so many years, it's already in a box, right? Or even like, it's everywhere. You can get that knowledge here in a second. And not only that, get that knowledge and process it. So experience becomes something that might not be that important if you have access to great data, which is what experience is. And that's where we have to be. We have to really stop denying that some change is happening. We have to understand that we have to be involved in this change and that we have the power to do this. So I invite you to get involved. I invite you to, if you want to, go back and listen to the reasons and opportunities and ways for physicians to get engaged in AI. Go ahead and do that and start today. Don't stop. That's been my 2 cents here today, and I hope that you have a wonderful time. You have a great day. We'll see you then next time. And I hope that you had some fun today. That's it for today, guys. Please join us next time. Engage in this world of AI. It's very important that we all become involved. Check out our website, maxallure.com, MAXALLURE, where you can learn to work with us and learn about the opportunities that you can have in your life as a physician. Check out also our YouTube channel, where you can see all the programs that we've had before in over a year of programming. And you can also see the extra sessions that we've had on our Fridays in our Facebook Lives. I hope that you subscribe to our channel, give it 5 stars, share with your family and friends, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.
Please remember that Design is not providing specific financial, medical, or career advice. Our only intent is to stimulate your appetite for growth by sharing our experience and those of our speakers, coaches, and guests. Your personal growth and success will be unique to your circumstances and your hard work. We sincerely hope you enjoyed the show and look forward to seeing you next week.